I went to university to study drama, and then when I was there I swapped over because I saw them dancing and liked the idea of contemporary dance, so it's like modern sort of dancing. So I followed that path really, and I think once you've got your degree there aren't that many more routes to go once you've trained up and ready to go. So I various jobs in London and different places. I was overseas in Japan for a bit, but stumbled down towards Somerset, taking a job lecturing in dance at a college, and I've just stayed making work here and doing various jobs over the last 15 years in dance. I run a small-scale dance company called Pretty Good Girl Dance Theatre, and I have been making work since 2003. The company is extremely small for various reasons, but the main one being so that it can be fluid in the way that it operates, in that I can take other work and do projects that may be large or small depending on what I feel like doing. So it's very much driven by my desire to do things rather than any kind of aims and objectives that are put upon us from funding obligations. This is our fifth, national tour, because we do go outside of the southwest and Somerset as well. So it's our fifth tour of work that I try and make as accessible as possible. So smaller communities and villages can enjoy it. We can take small sets, like today we can take a small set to any kind of venue really, and put up some lights and allow people to enjoy dance that perhaps normally they'd have to travel to larger cities to see. So we employ professional dancers. They're always narrative-based dances that will always have some acting and speaking in them. So they're like plays, but with choreography as well.
That's it, Liam! No, it isn't. Liam, that's it! You've opened everything!
Where are they?
Where's what?
My presents. My presents.
God, Liam. Mum and Dad got you the baseball hoop and the scooter. Isn't that enough?
That's not what I asked for. Where's my bra?
The show is called Luna, and it's from a book of the same name, an American book that I read last year, and I just thought, I've got to tell this story. I need to tell this story. It's just brilliant. And it's about a teenage boy who is transgender, and that means that he is somebody who is born a boy who feels really that he should be and is a girl. And it's his journey as a teenager through to being 18, where he shares this secret only with his sister, and how they manage and deal with that.
Ray? Ray, wake up!
Oh, God! Liam!
It's not Liam, it's Luna.
Well, Luna then. Look, I don't mind if you use my mirror. I've told you before it's fine, but please, it's the middle of the night. Can I just sleep? Oh, God.
Ray?
Oh, what?
What do you think to this outfit?
Ultimately, this story is about acceptance of yourself and acceptance of others. So I know that the issue of being transgender wouldn't perhaps be something that everybody feels they can relate to, but you can relate to the idea of being different, or you can relate to the idea of accepting something about someone that you don't necessarily understand or want to understand in the beginning. So I feel it is a universal story, and it's beautifully written. I got the rights to the book from the author, which is delightful and brilliant for me, because it means I don't have to write this show. It's already been written. It's a two-hander show for myself and a professional dancer, Andy, who is just fantastic at playing the difficult part of Luna, who is Liam to begin with, and then also transforms into Luna. We use Bach cello concertos as the soundtrack, which is just fantastic to have got to know that music. I'm not transgender myself, neither is Andy, who's in the show. We've had to really lean on research and talking to people to get a truthful account of this person. I think dance is a brilliant art form to take this journey, because dance is about physicality. And what Liam is really expressing is that they're in the wrong body, and dance is all about the body. So actually it's been a good vehicle in which to translate some of the issues that he goes through in the beginning, and ultimately when she becomes Luna. It's a wonderful transformation of choreography. So it's been quite exciting to find the physical maleness and the physical femaleness. Harder for Andy doing that in his dancing. It's like, whoops, you know, but again, it's great to do that, because that's how it must feel, to feel like on the inside you're one thing and on the outside you're something else. We've got 15 dates so far with the show. People have been very brave in Somerset to book it, because it's not your ideal, it's not a nice story, you know, nice little story, although it is a wonderful uplifting story. And so we do 15 dates, and we finish in Brighton at the Fringe Festival in June. And then who knows, it might come back in a different form, and in a theatre and education tour for schools, festivals, there's all sorts of things. So I'm pretty excited about it. I come from a very working class kind of environment in Bolton where I grew up, and I believe in, you know, real people enjoying things that they can understand. And I think one of the misconceptions about dance, certainly contemporary dance, is that it's very arty-farty and that people can't really get it, and they go, well, I don't really understand what that means because it's very abstract. What I love about coming to a theatre where there's probably only 50 or 60 people in the audience is that it feels a much more intimate experience. So people feel like they are being treated to something that's much closer to them, and they can get into the action much more deeply because it's happening right in front of them. It's quite for a first-time audience coming to something so intimate in their school hall or in their village hall or community centre. It's quite a in-your-face experience to begin with, but something that really drags you in and really brings you into the performance. So I love it. I love that theatre can be taken out of the big theatres and into these smaller venues, so people have more opportunity to see work that sometimes we don't necessarily know about, that goes on at Edinburgh Festival or goes on at these smaller festivals. People can actually see something much more interesting and innovative happening on their doorstep. We all ultimately love to move our bodies, or we did once, and we've forgotten that we did. So I think that audiences for dance in the UK, because I think it is different in Europe, I think a lot more people would go to dance passionately. I think here we've become a little bit like, afraid of it, because there is dance out there that is that's usually the only stuff that gets reviewed in the papers that we read, that can seem a little bit alienating or a bit hardcore, you know. I think if we market things correctly, people would learn about stuff like this show. You know, I had 2 people at the show last week who were volunteers, box office helpers, and they paid for their ticket at the end because they said, I would never have chosen to go to that, but I loved it.
I watched her walk away, and she walked tall, and she walked proud. And I was proud to be her sister and her friend. And suddenly it struck me. I'd never see my brother Liam again. And for a minute a dark hole opened in my heart. Goodbye, Liam.